I shared with you earlier this particular month that the double word options, which are very challenging and very complex in nature, that are coming in the reading, writing, fill in the blanks. And everyone is in the panic mode. No one knows how to solve it properly. I also promised you that we will be sharing the secret techniques and the best ways how you can solve it easily. So this particular video is exactly going to address that. We will show you the different combination, different techniques that you need to use in order to solve these type of double word options that are coming in the reading, writing, fill in the blanks. So watch it right till the end. Hey everyone, this is Anurag here from Edutrainex PTE. I hope you all are doing excellent. Now, when we were analyzing the questions from the last couple of months for the reading, writing, fill in the blanks, we found a pattern of complex double word options that the Pearson exam is giving for you. They are trying to make it complex and we are trying to make it simpler for you. So even though the students are in panic mode, let me tell you one thing, that we do have the ways. I'm going to break it down to you using the simple grammar techniques and the English techniques, what we have been learning so far. Nothing rocket science, nothing new about it. You can check the questions yourself if you want to. You can just join our YouTube channel as a priority member and then you will have access to the prediction files. And if you are interested in joining the course to get everything together, app access, practice questions, materials, templates, everything we provide with our live classes. If you're interested to join that, if you're really struggling, just WhatsApp us, we'll help you. So let's begin. Like and subscribe, and let's begin. What we are going to talk about is the double word options that are coming in the reading, writing, fill in the blanks. And this is not a news anymore. So this is not something that is new. Now this has been coming from January, and now the number of questions that the people are getting of such kind is increasing. So why exactly is PT doing it in this manner? As you can see over here, you see all these are double word options. So not one word, but two word options. Some of them are just combined with prepositions. Some of them are combined with different words. So basically, this is the reason, one of the reasons why it is primarily called as reading, writing, fill in the blanks. Okay, because it is testing your knowledge of grammar as well. Do you know how to use these words together? You know how to write them? That's what is tested from you in these type of questions. See, in the second snapshot of the question that I picked from the repeat questions, you see again different options are given to you and you have to choose the best one. First of all, you should know how to put the prepositions together with the words, and then secondly grammar, and then finally meaning. We'll still apply that. So now I am going to break it down into three types of questions depending on what analysis we have done. So we have done our analysis and I have done it particularly. First things first are the grammar based questions. Now before I show you the actual patterns of the questions that are coming in the exam and how to break it down, you should remember these simple concepts first. Okay, I've shared it in multiple videos before as well. If you're using he is in singular form, he has, he does, they are, they have, they do in the plural form. Okay, so you do need to understand how to use these words. Okay, then in the present tense, in the past tense, is and am becomes was. I was doing, I am doing in the present tense. They are doing, they were doing in the past tense. And has and have, both of them changes to had. Do and does, both of them changes to did. And what about these? Has, have been, ing, all these things. See, these are the grammar patterns that I have been sharing with you in the past as well. If this is the present perfect tense that you are using, it will always have the verb 3 after has, have. But if you see been after has been, have been, or had been, then there could be two options, ing or verb 3 as well. It depends on the context. If you are trying to say something has already been done, so in that case, you use verb 3, or something you are trying to say as a continuous process from the past till the present, maybe in the future as well. I have been doing these things. So that is the difference. You have to understand what is the sentence trying to say and then choose the appropriate answers. But these are the type of patterns we have seen. Now, one more important concept I wanted to share you. I have shared with you before as well. This time I'll show you with an example, not just example. This is a snapshot of the questions, one of the questions I picked up from the reading, writing, fill in the blanks coming this particular month. So is the concept of when you have singular subject, you have to use a plural verb. Now, if you haven't seen my video on the 4 killer strategies, I think I have shared about the knowledge of subject, verb, object. Okay, that is what I'm trying to say here. In active voice, you do subject, verb, object everywhere. So that is the pattern you have to follow. Plural subject will always have singular verb. Now this is a universal rule. This never changes. Now see the example or see the question. This equipment dash. So this is a singular subject. So which one have to use? We have to use plural verb. Now see the options. Bigger options, double word options, multiple word options. Helps to improve, helps improving, help improved, help improve. Help improved and help improve. So you see different grammar combinations, simple present tense, past tense, ing, present tense, different combinations. This is testing your grammar, right? As well as how you have to use those words. So what is the first grammar tested here? Singular subject, plural verb. Now helps is plural. Which other word do you see as plural? Helps over here. So only these two options should be considered. You have to eliminate the other two, because it is not complying with the above rule that I just showed you. Singular verb requires plural, singular subject requires plural verb, and plural subject requires singular verb. So we eliminated two options straight away. Now see, this equipment helps to improve people's overall quality of life, or helps improving people's overall quality of life. So you have to choose which one is conveying the best meaning. Now you over here you don't see the whole sentence. I just extracted part of the sentence. But if you see the whole sentence, you will be able to understand that this is what we are trying to use, and this is the best answer. Helps to improve someone's quality of life. Helps improving in doing something. That's how the English language is structured. So if you use ing, then you have to use different kind of prepositions after that to continue forward. Okay, so this is very important rule. Learn it. Watch the video that I just told you. Okay, you can find it on our channel. We'll try to put it in the description as well, so you can find it easily. Do watch them. Okay, now the next technique or the pattern of questions that are coming for the double word options in the reading, writing, fill in the blanks are collocation based question. Very, very common. So this is also tested in your reading, fill in the blanks question, but entirely definitely tested in reading, writing, fill in the blanks. So even in collocations, there are two types. One type is the word or the usage based, what you see on the top. So two words are used, and depending on how people have been using it throughout the ages, from the past, from a long time, native speakers have used it together, and that's why they are used together. So there is no particular meaning or a perfect combination that these two collocating words have, but that's how they have been used, and it is now accepted as a collocation in normal spoken or written language. People's lives, long history, large volumes, specific sources. We contacted our specific sources to acquire large volume of questions, and we do have a long history of preparing the prediction files for you, and that will impact people's lives. So see, I have used all the four words just to make a simple sentence out of it, and it was not artificial, right? This is the way we are using. So that's how we use. The second type of collocation that you see is preposition based. Should be based with a D. This is what I share with you in the vocabulary videos. Every month I make the vocabulary videos, extract the words that are appearing in the reading fill in the blanks as well as the reading writing fill in the blanks, explain you the meaning and also give you the usage, how to use this particular word, and many people have been successful using that. You can just go to any of those videos. You will see a lot of comments of students thanking us to prepare such videos. It is worth it. There is an entire playlist for it. Go and start watching it. You will start understanding. Over here, on average, we do something like this. On average. On is always used with average. Related to someone. If I am related to you, I will not say related with. It's wrong. Related from, again wrong. Related on is wrong. Related to is the only right combination. So that is also collocation, but preposition based. According to the news channel, according to the Pearson website, so not according any other preposition, only to is going to fit here. So once you watch those kind of videos that I make and you start learning them, okay, learning in the sense using them, and the more familiar you get with these kind of words, these are simple words, right? And these are the words I extracted from the exam. So if you know these combinations, you will know what to do with them. So that was the second breakdown of the double option questions that are coming in the reading, writing, fill in the blanks. The third one is phrasal verb based. What is a phrasal verb? These are called as new verbs. So basically when we combine two normal words of English language, it means something else altogether, completely different. Okay, if I say look up doesn't mean to look up, but look up means searching. I looked up the number on the internet. So you see, look and up is completely different word and search is a completely different meaning. So that's why we call it as a phrasal verb or new verbs, because we made a new verb by combining two normal words. Looking up is not looking up, searching. Look out. Don't look out of the window. Look out means beware, careful. Look out. Turn to. I turn to use this. Take up. Take up means start doing something. Okay. So I took up the lessons from Edutrainex channel. That is one example. Put on. Put on means when you say, I put on some weight. Okay. It doesn't mean that you are putting additional weight and putting in your body. Natural way you are getting fatter. That's what it means. Put on, put off, take on, take off, kick off. Kick off means start. Kick off doesn't mean kicking someone on the back, but it means starting something. The project was kicked off. That's what it is used for. Now it's very easy to search it on the Google. Just search for most common phrasal verbs or new verbs. I am going to put the link in the description of 80 most common phrasal verbs that are used in normal day English language. So you can start getting familiar with it. And if you see those kind of combinations, then definitely you know what it means. Okay. So this is a new concept, maybe a new concept for some of you, but this is actually used in the exam questions. Absolutely. And these words, what I have extracted, some of them are picked up directly from the questions. So I don't do or make questions on my own. I just pick the exam questions and then start analyzing it and start bifurcating, dissection, whatever you want to call it. We do it that way with the exam questions. Now you have learned the three concepts, how you have to attempt the double word options. Even if you think it is complex, it is easier to solve using certain ways that we showed you. Now it's time to do some questions. 3 to 4 questions, exam questions. We are going to solve it together and you will see how we apply those things. Apply the learnings we learned just now. Okay, sometimes it is very simple. They are just giving multiple words. Okay, you just need to understand how we have to write it. So let's say if you want to get the context, start from the beginning. Of course, context is very, very important. At the height of summer, the Antarctic tourist ship moved gently around the coast. Even 30 years ago, such sights would have been unthinkable, but today people are willing to pay large sums of money to see the real wilderness in the world. In the Arctic, careless human exploitation dash has damaged the fragile ecosystem. In the Arctic, careless human exploitation. What is it talking about? Has damaged. That means something has already happened. So in the future, it can't be in the future, right? Ever before. Let's see the other ones. On one side, again, we are talking about something that has happened. So what are we going to use? Just use common sense. In the past. You got the answer. So is it difficult? Just using the meaning of the sentence, using the meaning of the context to find the best answer. Ever before is not even fitting contextually or grammarly. In the Arctic, careless human exploitation ever before. No, ever before is wrong here. Okay, let's look at the next one. This one just has single options. The very next one as well has single option, but this option has double options. Okay, so let's keep doing the questions. Today, concerned governments are trying to find ways to develop the region dash caring for the very special natural environment. So it is trying to say today concerned governments are trying to find ways to develop the region dash caring for the very special natural environment. So whereas caring for, whereas is something you are doing, whereas I am not doing this. So you are making a comparison. So whereas usage is wrong, even caring for the is also not making sense. While caring is saying that while I am doing this, I am also doing this parallelly at the same time. So that is the best word. So because our focus of the video is double words, but I am still explaining you, though and even are not fitting the context here. Next one. Dash, the Antarctic is less accessible than the Arctic. It is still largely undamaged by humans. Okay, so what do you want to use here? Whether this happens or not, whether or. Unless the Antarctic is less accessible, not fitting the sense. Besides, the Antarctic is less accessible than before, again not fitting. Only because the Antarctic is less accessible than Antarctic, it is largely undamaged by humans. Okay, this is just a usage of because. You should understand the difference between these words. When do we use what? Because, whereas, whether, unless, besides. Google it, find it, learn it. Okay. The next one. Okay, now this time we have multiple words again. The Antarctic is less accessible than the Arctic. Okay, this we already read. Although holes in the ozone layer above the Antarctic have dash. Have dash. What did we learn about it? Have. After have, we will have verb 3, or if you are choosing been, then it could be ing or verb 3. Okay, let's see which do not fit that pattern. Yet discovered, not fitting the pattern, eliminate. Ever discovered, again not fitting the pattern, eliminate. Grammatically incorrect, totally incorrect, just take it out, eliminate it. Now you have only 2 of them left. Already been discovered or already been discovering. Have already been discovering. Who is discovering? Although holes in the ozone layer have already been discovered. It is talking about something that has been done by someone. Who is that someone? Humans. So already done, already been done, or already been discovered, already been discovering. You have to have something after that. What am I doing? What I have been discovering the concepts, or I have been discovering new vocabulary. So you have to complete the sentence. You can't have already been discovering in the end of the sentence. Okay. And the last one, many people believe that one way to preserve the area is to make the whole region into a world park with every form of exploitation internationally dash. Internationally what? Internationally, every form of exploitation. So you're talking about stopping those exploitation. You have to completely stop those exploitation. Transform, not making sense with stopping. Expanded, no, it's talking opposite. Spanned is not even fitting the meaning. Span means like span, showing the duration of time. Band is related to the stop, what we just discussed, right? So understand it and solve the questions. Let's look at the next question. Okay, in this one, again you see one of them is having double word, the remaining are not having that. So let's see how much we want to solve it. Governments also frequently subsidize local industries to help them compete in the global market. Subsidies come dash of the tax credits or direct payments. Subsidies come as tax credits or direct payments. That's how I will use, but I don't see as, only as an option. As if is there. As if of. Now another trick, okay, you have to note it down, okay. Prepositions together, as if of. See the next word, of. If of. There's very less combination of 2 prepositions appearing together. Into, up to. Okay, these words you already know, but not in this manner. If of, if on, never will be used together. So if you see any preposition after the blank and any of the options that also has a preposition, only for, of, eliminate it. As if of, eliminate it. Now you have only, or you have only one option, in the month of. This is redundant. To, of, again can't be used. Such an easy question now. In the form of tax credits and direct payments. You see how we eliminated and learnt. So you see how we utilize the knowledge of 2 prepositions not appearing together to just completely eliminate 3 of the options, and then we got the answer, perfect answer. All right. Now let's look at the next ones. The agricultural adjustment, keep on reading the whole context until you read here. Quick reading, okay, so that you get the context. What is the paragraph trying to say? Don't try to solve it without understanding the passage, without meaning, okay? Otherwise, some of the words that you choose may fit grammatically but may not fit contextually. Please bear that in mind. So quick reading is very, very important to improve your reading scores. The Agricultural Act of 1933 dash the government to pay farmers to grow crops or livestock. What did it do? Allow the farmers, right? It did not stop, it did not unallow them, it did not halt them, it allowed them. So if you keep reading, it's talking about subsidies, better tariffs. Sometimes subsidies have opposite effect, then it's talking about what the government has done that will allow them to grow crops or livestock. So always allows, unallowed, halted, stopped is not fitting the context. Okay, I'll leave the last one for you to do it yourself. You can put your answers in the comment and then I'll reply whether you got it correct or not. Okay, very simple question. Raised, left, fell, fall. Okay, you have to identify which one is fitting correctly. Because it is not a double word option and which is the focus of our video in this one. So that's why I'm not discussing that. Okay, let's look at the next question. Third question. Alright, Victorians are avid readers. Just as we bury our faces in our mobile devices on the morning commute. Morning commute means when you are traveling on the bus or on the train to the office. That's what it's talking about. Dash did Victorians with the latest penny fiction. So it's talking about readers reading the books. Dash. Dash did Victorians with the latest penny. So it's comparing how you are indulged in the mobile phones. These readers are doing that too, but with the books. Doing that too. Okay, when it came to my mind, let's see this option. So much did Victorians, not fitting the context. So many, so little. So too did Victorians. He did this, so too did the others. Okay, he too did it, or they too did it. Okay, so too is the word that we wanted, and this is the option. And so too is not grammatically wrong, so we can use it. Next one. Looks like a grammar question. Cost, can cost, again double word option, costing. Definitely grammar question. Okay. You have to figure out which form of verb we have to use. Perhaps the best known serialized novels were the Penny Dreadfuls. Next sentence. Dash just one old penny. They focused on the exploits of detectives. How do you start a sentence? Cost just one money? Can cost? Definitely we can't start a sentence like this. Cost, what cost? It costs. It needs a subject. This particular verb, these verbs, singular verb or plural verb, they need a subject before. You can't begin a sentence with a verb, right? If you are commanding something, in that way you can read this book, write this essay. Okay, but cost the something. Is it making sense? No, it's not. So cost and cost you can eliminate. Costing just one penny old, that's how you begin a sentence. Pricing at just $1, this product is capturing the markets. That's how you have to begin the sentence. And that's why this particular answer is correct. So don't fall into the trap. Okay, double word is the only odd one out. So I'll pick that one. You never begin a sentence with can. Next one. Such as, such was, such is, such a. Okay, now you have to use grammar as well as the usage of these words. Let's continue reading. The price of new books, often only available as a set of 3, was out of reach for most working class people, so they borrowed from circulating libraries, and then it gives the library's name. Libraries, example, Muddies. So what are we saying? Such as, for example, that's how we extend the sentence, right? When we are talking about an example, such as, such was, why such was, such as. So again, completely simple usage based. We use it every single day, right? You talk about, I have cut that. You will talk about, I have seen many videos, such as Anurag sir's, such as someone else's. That's how you use it, right? So that's the same usage. So why are you getting panicked when you see double word options? Don't get panicked. Just rely on your inner self, rely on your learnings that we are trying to provide you. The last one, for the wealthier classes who dash first editions, reading from their own collection would be an everyday occurrence. Wealthier classes, okay, who have a lot of money, right? So they can buy the books. They don't need such libraries. So for the wealthier classes who could afford first editions, because first editions of the books are very, very costly, right? First editions. Reading from their own collection would be an everyday occurrence. For rich people, they can buy first editions or whatever editions they want to. So it's not about couldn't afford. See, couldn't afford and could not afford is exactly the same thing. The Pearson exam has given you a trap again. Okay, you can easily eliminate these two answers. How? Because grammatically it's saying the same thing. Couldn't afford, could not afford. If one of them is the answer, the second one is also answer. So you can't choose two answers for one of the blank, and that's how it is trying to test your knowledge whether you understand couldn't and could not is the same thing or not. Anyways, so straight away you can eliminate these two. Must have been first editions. Is it making sense? Must have been first editions? No. So after have been, you already know the rule. Have been, ing must have been doing well or must have done well, ing or verb 3. What is coming after this? First editions. It's not a verb and not even in past tense or ing form. So you can straight away eliminate must have been. Only option you have left is could afford. Now you see how grammar and the knowledge of what I am trying to tell you is helping you to solve the questions or not. These are real exam questions. Go look at the prediction file questions yourself and you will see these questions there coming in this month. And the last one, okay, now this one again has first this blank has double words, this blank has double words. I will ask you guys to complete the rest and you can comment. Put the question number 4 and then put your answers. We'll reply you back if you got it correct or not. Okay, but if you have been watching my reading, writing, fill in the blanks videos, then you will know most of the answers and you will know the correct ones, right? Let's do it. Clean water was very important to the Romans. Cities, towns, and forts were built near springs, near water bodies. However, as Roman cities and towns grew, they needed to bring in water from where? From different parts. Different parts of what? Not a complete sentence. From these origins. Which origin? It's not even giving these origins. However, Roman cities and towns, they needed to bring in water from these origins. Which origin? No context. From specific sources. See this combination, the collocation based combination that I told you. Specific sources. Again, it's a vague, little vague. Which sources it is not talking about. Further afield. What is the meaning of afield? A field means something that is not close, something that is very far, further afield. And that is fitting the context here. Because initially they grew the cities near the water bodies like springs, but when it grew, they had to get it from farther places, right? That's making sense. So this is the best answer, further afield. As the population grew, dash did the need for clean water. It's a very normal combination of English words, not only but also. As, so. As we did this, so did that too. That is the combination we have to use. As the population grew, so did the need for clean water. If you remember the previous example, so too one, this particular one, so too did the Victorians. Similar to, so did the need for clean water. Similar, right? So is the word that we are looking for here. Trying to shift a dash of water underground in pipes was not possible as lead pipes would be too weak and bronze pipe would be too expensive. What is it talking about? Trying to shift what? Dash of water. Dash of water. Okay. Any words with prepositions in the end? No, because we had preposition of here. So we need to check. Okay. None of them have it. Now you have to try using them. Trying to shift few loads of water. We never use with water like this. Do you see any combination of collocation based that I discussed just now? Large volumes. Large volumes of water. Yes. It can be used. Volumes can still be used with something that is countable, something that is not countable as well. Large volumes of water. Shift relative levels of water. Nah, not even making sense. Improper intakes of water. Not even making sense. So the only best answer is large volumes of water. Now the next two, I will leave it for you guys to find out the answers and comment. Don't forget to put the question number when you submit your answers, and then we'll respond back to you. So now do you understand how to solve these complex questions? The double word questions, which is creating a panic among the PT students, is really solvable using the same techniques that I have been teaching you, using the same grammar concepts, vocabulary concepts, meaning concepts, all work together perfectly. Still, it is crackable. You can do it as well. Now, in the coming days, I will make a special video just on preposition and give you the words, preposition words, and how they are used with different type of words. Okay, so you have to understand the usage of preposition. That will strengthen your preparation even stronger. Okay, prepositions do have a pattern, and that is what I'm going to share you. And in the meantime, if you do need access to all the questions that are coming in the exam right now, again, prediction files are not to be 100% relied on. But if you do want, and if you're lucky, you will get some questions in the exam. Become a YouTube priority member of our channel. You will get access to the prediction files from the post section, which includes the core questions as well. And if you haven't watched the video until now where we talked about how to avoid the 4 traps, again for reading, writing, fill in the blanks questions, you must go and watch that. I've demonstrated you different type of traps that the PT exam is setting for you. Some of them we also discussed today, different type of traps, but yeah, those are the major ones. Do go and watch it. For paid assistance, you know what to do. WhatsApp us. We'll provide you everything, app access, practice questions, prediction files, templates, everything. Keep watching Edutrainex, and I'll soon be back with another super informative video on PT topics. See you soon.